Hey guys, welcome to my M6S ads tanking video. I'm going to be going over the ads phase. Before I get into these clips that I've prepared, I'm going to go over this chart that I have. So basically, these are unmitigated values of auto attacks in the phase. Boss autos do about 55k, Yan autos do about 65k, Mew autos only do 9k. So basically, this is a 1-to-7 ratio between Mews and Yans. So you are never tanking 7 Mews at any point, so the Yan tank definitely has a lot more mitigation stuff to think about than the Mew tank. Yeah, so I'm just going to go into some clips. This will be me tanking Yans. Guess to note, the color eye before the ads phase, I used Rampart Camo, so my 90-second cooldowns. I think that you'd probably do that. And then on this first Yan, I like pressing my 2-minute cooldown here. The reason you press it is because it'll come back up later when you're tanking the 2 Yans, so you might as well use it here. There's no reason not to, really. So yeah, basically, we just kill this Yan, and then, after it's dead, I can go help the party hit other things, like these Mews that are about to spawn. You can see at this point I turn off my stance, because I'm about to go into my No Mercy, like 2-minute window. So yeah, I don't want to rip aggro off of the other tank, so... another thing to note is that I'm targeting the Feather Ray, not anything else. This makes it so that the most of my damage goes on the Feather Ray with my Gunbreaker combo, my Reign of Beasts, whatever it's called. Lionheart, yeah. And then, yeah, we just move over to this one. And then at this point, the other Yan is about to spawn, so I turn on my stance and I go grab it. This Yan, basically, I only use, like, my short mitt on it, since it's just a single Yan. No point in really putting more on it. I think I Reprisal here, Reprisal, I use Aurora, you know, just, like, little things, nothing, no major cooldowns. Then... here is the next Yan spawn. And this is the point where you'll be grabbing 2 Yans at the same time. This is the latest point that you can use your 90 seconds with them coming up for the tank buster at the end of the ads phase. So, any mitigation you press past this point will not be up for the buster. Therefore, I press my 90-second cooldowns so that they'll be up for the buster after the ads phase. And there's an argument to be had for, like, maybe you only press Rampart and then you stretch out your 90-second mitts. Like, you know, obviously some job like Dark Knight only has, like, Dark Mind. Maybe you just Rampart here and then you, like, Dark Mind a bit later. But yeah, I think, like, the general idea of using whatever you want for the last tank buster after the ads phase, you want to use it here. So yeah. I press those, and then I drag them over to the Southwest Feather Ray. And then I'll do full screen so you can see a bit better, but my mitigations are up. And then as soon as they drop, you'll see my Nebulas at like 10 seconds, but I have invuln, right? So, basically, you can use your invuln to extend the time until your Nebula is back up. So, you'll see, like, I take a couple hits here, and then I invuln when I'm kind of low, and then, yeah, I just wait out for my invuln, and then once my invuln's over, I can press my 2-minute cooldown. And that'll hold me over for a bit. And then after the 2-minute, I can use my short mitt, and yeah, you know. You can use your reprisal here at this point also if you want. Yeah, it's also like pretty important to like try and focus target one yen down. Most of the time it probably won't die that fast. That's pretty fast actually, but like as a gum breaker you should probably be using your like gnashing on it, for example. And your blasting zone and stuff. But yeah, trying to keep that in mind. It's much better to kill one than to like AoE them if you can. And then you can see at this point there's a tank buster. At the end of the ads phase, you'll see that my Rampart camo are just coming up. So yeah, you have Rampart camo and your short mitt. I guess it's also worth noting that there's a raid wide right after this tank buster, so if I was smarter, I would have pressed Heart of Light and reprisal here, because there's no reason not to, really. Just gonna be a raid wide after, so that's one critique of my own gameplay. But yeah, like you see me press Rampart, reprisal and Heart of Light here, but I should have just pressed them for the tank buster. There's no reason not to. Alright. So this is a clip when the first jabberwock spawns. I just wanted to go over this because I think it could be pretty useful if you're like observant of what's going on around you. Basically, looking at the party list, you see this is the first jabberwock. There's only one Mew left and it's at like 1 HP. So basically, if you ever are in a situation like this where the Mews die so fast, you should just bring the Yan to the party, because like there's no reason to like be hitting it out in the corner when there's no Mews on the field. So yeah, I kind of do it here. Could have been better. I could have been faster. You know, this idea just popped into my head in the middle of this pull. So yeah, just showing a trick that like could be useful, because people will be using like things that just naturally cleave like off global cooldowns and stuff. So yeah, okay, so now I'll go into the Mew tanking, which I have a lot less experience with because I basically haven't done it since Prague. But I have an idea of how I would want it to go, and I will talk about them here. So these first two Mews, basically, I just use short mitt, Aurora maybe. You could probably reprisal here if you want. I don't know. Don't overcommit. It's not worth it. And then once these second set of ads spawn, this is when I would use your 2-minute cooldown. And just like tanking the ads, the reason you press this is so that it comes up after ads. So if you use this 2-minute cooldown, you basically have until the first jabberwock spawns to use it, but you might as well use it while there's 4 Mews on you, because this is like 1.5 yens worth of damage. So yeah, I think this is the best place to use it. But yeah, basically you grab those Mews, run over here to this Feather Ray, and then just start AoEing them down. This is bad gameplay by me. I should be targeting the Feather Ray, but like I said, I haven't really tanked Mews very much, so I don't have like any great clips of it. But yeah, do target it here for the last Lucidity. But you see, I also leave when the Feather Ray is like, I don't know, like 20% or so. I think it's pretty important to like leave a bit before it dies. And I also dash to this other Feather Ray. This could be a lot more clean, honestly. But yeah, basically you want to get that Feather Ray killed ASAP and then instantly jump to the next one. I do think I make a mistake here when I dash. So you'll see me dash to this second Feather Ray. I think at this point you should probably move like over here, because you'll see me run in and do this faded circle, but like realistically your tank damage is useless compared to like your DPS's AoE cleave. So like I think that is a mistake. I would not recommend doing that. But yeah. So like, I think I should probably be over here, and then the Feather Ray, they're on top of the Feather Ray. But yeah, basically, as long as these Mews are around this Feather Ray, this Yen will not aggro, or will not get a buff. And then you just kill the Feather Ray. And honestly, as a Mew tank, this is kind of where like the end of the phase is for you, because at any point forward, you will only have 2 Mews on you. So you can kind of do whatever you want. I would recommend not doing what I just did and using your Rampart camo at this part, because like you should save these for when the other tank is getting hit by 2 Yans, because obviously the pressure is a lot higher. So yeah. I think we die at some point in this, so I have like the next set of ads in this clip. So this is when after the first Jabberwock dies, there's these ads down here, these Mews that you have to pick up. And you'll see in this clip, I actually have my 90s up, which I think is correct. This was actually during prog, so if things look messy, it's because, yeah, it's prog. So yeah, I just bring them to the southeast Feather Ray, and then I press my 90s. Again, you could probably decouple these, but you only have 2 Mews on you and Sugar Riot. It's basically like 1 Yen of damage. So yeah, obviously you also have Invuln if you're really in dire straits, but yeah, if you die at this point, I would argue it's not really your fault unless you're like literally just not pressing like your short mids like I am doing apparently. But I mean, I guess I have my 90s up. There goes my short mid. So yeah, like just cycle your mids that you have left. You shouldn't be taking that much damage, honestly. And yeah, that's basically it for the Mew tank. I definitely think that the movement is the most important on the Mew tank at the beginning when you have the 4 Mews. That is the main thing you should be worrying about. I don't even know what happens. Okay, well, in this clip, I happen to have my 2-minute up, so I guess I did it as I said it in this video, or at least something similar, so yeah. I think that is basically how Mew tanking should go. But yeah, I think that is all that I have for today. Thank you guys for checking out the video, and yeah, catch me live on Twitch. Later.